Two large objects and what could be a debris field have been spotted at the far end of the southern corridor that is now the main focus of the search for the missing Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, raising expectations that the 12-day hunt for the missing airplane could be coming to an end. Australia has been leading the search for the airplane in the southern Indian Ocean and says that the current information might be linked to flight MH370.
And we have now seen satellite imagery of two objects, or a number of objects there. I don't want to draw too much from that. This is a lead. It is probably the best lead we have right now, but we need to get there, find them, see them, assess them, to know whether it's really meaningful or not. And I caution again, they'll be difficult to find. They may not be located, associated with the aircraft, and we have plenty of experience of that in other searches.
The FT's Demetri Sevastopulo is covering the story from the Malaysian capital, Kuala Lumpur.
The first Australian aircraft which are heading towards the area are going to arrive within the next couple of hours, so about 6:30 Canberra time, about 3:30 Kuala Lumpur time. But even when they arrive in the general vicinity, they still have to search for several hours to actually try and pinpoint where the potential wreckage is. The satellite data just gives you a rough sense of the area, and then you have to comb it quite closely. So I think any time over the next couple of hours they will start, and then they will continue certainly during daylight, and we'll have to see what happens after that. Everyone is waiting for the next piece of information. It's a bit like a mystery novel where you turn the page and wait to see what happens next. People in Kuala Lumpur, particularly family members of the people who were on the plane and the crew, etc., are waiting for every bit of information they can get. Chinese families who are holed up in a hotel in Beijing, also waiting for information. Everyone is desperate to see whether this turns out to be the big clue that everyone's been waiting for. But again, until the planes and ships actually arrive on the scene, we're not going to know. So I would say there's hope, but there's also caution.
As I have been doing from day one, we have been following every single lead. And this time, I just hope that it is a positive development. Every lead is a hope. And we have been very consistent. We want to verify, we want to corroborate. We're in the process of verifying and corroborating the information.
Have you seen?
Acting Transport Minister said on Wednesday that both the Northern Corridor and the Southern Corridor were of equal focus. But other sources we've talked to have said that really the Southern Corridor is the main focus right now, has been for a few days. And within the Southern Corridor, it's the southern part of that, which is where Australian search efforts have been focused. The Australians are leading the search effort in that region. And the wreckage, or excuse me, the objects that have been found by satellite today actually appear in that area. So I think if it turns out to be the plane, obviously it'll be found and things will proceed from there. If it turns out that it's not part of the plane, then I think the search reverts to where it was, which is the main focus is on the Southern Corridor, but they haven't ruled out that it could still be in the Northern Corridor.